viewers, welcome to the 50th edition of the Mysore Sport YouTube channel. We sincerely thank all the subscribers and all the viewers who have supported us in this venture. Today we are at Mysore Royal Sailing Club in KRS backwaters, and today we have with us the excellent personality, retired commander Sri Abhilash Tomy with us, who has circumnavigated the world solo as the first Indian to do it, and he has finished second in the global race which was held in France, and he has brought laurels to everyone in the country, and he is a person of excellent bravery with lot of courage, and he has achieved this status through his lot of efforts which he has put in. On behalf of the Mysore Sport YouTube channel, I welcome him for our 50th episode chat show. Welcome, sir, on behalf of the Mysore Sport channel for our chat show.
Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, you are a great achiever. You have brought a lot of laurels for our country with this participation in the global race and finished second. Tell the viewers about your experience participating in the race and how you felt achieving it.
Well, it's supposed to be one of the most difficult races that you can think of. Entrants have to sail around the world with technology of 1968 in very small boats, and the success rate is very small. When it was held for the first time in 1968, only 1% finished, and fast forward to 2018, out of 17 who started, only 5 finished. So yes, this is a very difficult race to complete, and I think it's one of the toughest in the world.
So now, after your experience in 2018, pulling out of the race due to a very tragic incident near Australia and coming out of it with a broken spine, you have made up your mind to once again compete after getting back into the process of rehabilitation, and what made you to put this act up once again?
I think it's only natural for somebody to go back. There are enough examples of sporting and even in other walks of life, people who have suffered accidents don't stop doing what they were doing. There is this famous F1 driver called Niki Lauda who went back to F1 racing. There are people at sea who have accidents who have gone back to sailing, and similarly on land also people who have they've gone back to doing what they love doing. And I think it was only natural that I go back to sailing.
There's a lot of determination and a lot of amount of time which you have spent lonely on the seas. Sometimes during my early interviews also you have told me that you love the seas, being alone in the sea. And how is it that it's very difficult to come under different situations, storms and different other weather conditions, moving along solo in the boat, which gives you, which is only a company. How difficult it is?
It depends. I love doing it, so I look forward to it. So it's not difficult for me. But probably if somebody doesn't like being alone, it could be the toughest thing that they've done, to be alone for a long stretch of 236 days like I did.
So after having experienced difficulty in finding sponsors for your event, and the UAE people, the private company which chipped in with the last minute sponsorship, and all your friends and all your club mates pulling in, and you made it, you made your preparation of getting the boat ready within 2 months and then going into it. How was your mental frame of mind during that time to really jump into it and come out as a participant?
It was quite mixed. I would have loved to have more time to prepare the boat, but at the same time, I just didn't want to lose the opportunity of doing this race in 22. So I had to take some tough decisions, and I'm happy that I decided to do the race. I had tremendous support this time, and I was very excited that I was able to start the race this time again in spite of the injury. But at the same time, when I made it to the start line, I was very drained, I was very tired and quite exhausted. So it took some time for me to recover from the physical exhaustion of having to prepare the boat in such a short time.
As you said, the South African lady, Kristen, won the race, but to the heart of the million Indians, you are the one who has touched the hearts of many followers. And and what type of experience happens when you are under difficult in the second leg, as you have expressed many a times that it was a very tough period going through the rough weather and fixing the boat in different conditions of. How could you make the boat afloat or in conditions where you could make it moving in such tiresome circumstances?
Well, yeah, I'll say the last one-third was very difficult. My boat kept having a lot of problems, a lot of breakdowns, and I had to keep repairing things and keep the boat moving in the right direction. And I think everything in the boat except the toilet probably broke down, and that included the wind generators, my deck had holes, the traveler was uprooted, self-steering had problems, diesel leak, mainsail tear, water pump is not working. I just can't make a list. It's such a huge number of problems that I had. But thanks to the problems, my focus level remained very high. I enjoyed, solving those problems. So it kind of added an extra dimension to my race. Maybe if I didn't have one or two of those problems, I might have finished ahead of Kirsten. But that's how it is. And I can tell you that the problems were very interesting, and I'm happy that I was able to repair every problem that my boat had.
What lesson does it teaches you after being through certain various types of difficulties, and what as many youngsters who take up to the sport or a different sport, winning and losing is parcel of sport, but such adventures and such things teaches you a lot of things in life. What do you take how do you take things in this positive manner?
What I've noticed is that if I do an adventure like this, when I come back, my life on land becomes very easy. You don't fret about small things. You are not worried by small problems. So it changes you in a lot of ways. And the advice that I would like to give to people who want to get into adventure or sports is to enjoy what they do. I think that's really important, and not just look at the results. Because sometimes we focus so much on the results that we don't enjoy the journey itself. For me, sailing has been a spiritual, meditative experience. I've been in love with sailing since I was a kid, and I've always focused on the pure joy of sailing, and I kept getting opportunities. It was not that I coveted the glory of it or all these victories, but I enjoyed putting up a good fight. I enjoyed doing a good race, and whatever result happens, you just accept it.
So now Navy has played a very big part in your base and giving you a platform where you can go ahead and continue with your love and passion for sailing. And how do you think it changed, the vision changed when you went through one of the expeditions along with another person, and how that gave you the vision to at least compete through these expeditions in the coming days to come?
I think I'm quite lucky that I was able to join the Navy, because I got a lot of support from them. And I'm talking about the last decade, the last decade, 2000, 2010. When I was a very young officer, opportunities for sailing were very far and very rare in the civilian world. So yes, I think the Navy played a very crucial role in shaping me, in giving me opportunities. So when I was sailing dinghies, the Navy took me in the dinghy sailing team. When I graduated to bigger boats, the Navy made me the shore support for one person who was going around the world. And when I wanted to do the non-stop circumnavigation, the Navy facilitated it for me. Similarly, when I wanted to do GGR, And Navy really helped me. They gave me time off so that I could do the Golden Globe race. So I think Navy's contribution has been extremely crucial in this entire affair.
Hats off to your boat, the constructor who did help you to get through the boat, and as you told, a Belgium person after an accident from Spain helped you around. All these things happen, and did you think somewhere some power is helping you cross all these things?
The kind of things that I've been through, and coming out of it and still finishing, I don't think it's humanly possible. I think there was a greater power at play which helped me in the worst times to come out of it.
You are a gem in our Indian society, and you have contributed a lot towards what can be achieved by an individual. You set an example for the youngsters to follow, and what do you think your aim is in the days to come, and what do you want to achieve further?
Well, I've always been looking for opportunities to give back to the society. So I'm right now involved in mentoring a woman who is sailing around the world. I'm a council member of the Yachting Association of India, so I help them make policy decisions and all that. I'm involved with a lot of clubs in their sailing, and at the same time I'm looking for opportunities where I can kind of make an Indian team and race around the world. So that's probably going to be my next step.
For an amateur or for a civilian taking up to the sport of yachting and sailing, do you think the country needs to pep up and support sport like they do for all other sport? And do you think more number of yachting clubs and sailing clubs to come up in different parts of the country?
Yes, I am absolutely a big supporter of sailing for sport. There are many reasons for this, because for one, I believe that sailing leads to a lot of character development, far more than any other sport. Secondly, we've got a coastline of 7,000 kilometers, and the sea is an incredibly huge opportunity for training our people. Those who go to sea have to be self-sufficient. You need to know a lot of things about, maybe it's about taking care of your body, nutrition, or mechanics, physics, electrical stuff, engineering stuff. I believe that people who go to sea, when they come back, they are much better citizens. They are multi-dimensional in the way they develop. And personally, I think if one generation of Indians went to sea, our country is going to change in the next 20 years. So it's very important from a human development perspective that we have a lot of clubs. We encourage as many people as possible to go sailing, and we will turn out better citizens this way.
Your parents, you made them proud, your family, your wife and your child, and they are all blessed with with the way in which you have taken part and which you have performed, and every Indian citizen is proud of you and your achievement, and may you and your thoughts go with many other Indian citizens and many other people take up to the sport in the days to come. On behalf of Mysore Sport, I thank you for being part of this chat show, and wish you all well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.